How's it going, everybody? My name is Sai, and today we're checking out the new album by Landmvrks, called Lost in the Waves. Now, I don't know shit about Landmarks. I have no idea what sound I'm getting into. If I'm judging by the V in the name, I'm gonna assume some sort of progressive metal of some kind. I don't know, metalcore Twitter has been blowing up about it, so that's a thing. I'm interested, but I have no idea what we're getting into. I just know that this is a highly anticipated album, and people were really into it when they heard it. So without further ado, let us check it out. The feedback building up. Ooh, that riff is fucking dirty. Holy shit. Let's fucking go. Give it to me, come on. Interesting scream tone. Very raw and almost punkish. Singing intertwined, okay. More punk elements. Very interesting vocals. Still loving that fucking riff, dude. Groove City, let's go. More build, okay. Keep it coming. Oh dear. So I just learned who Landmarks is. Holy shit. Okay. Holy fuck, that drop was something else. God, the main riffs are so fucking good in these songs. So much fucking energy pouring out of this. So fucking groovy and catchy, dude, my god. Murdered me. I think I didn't notice that tempo step down real quick there. Sounds like he's fucking banging a trash can in a dark alleyway, yet this kind of shit works out really nicely. It's such an interesting dynamic. So, it's a very interesting dynamic. Hold on, got something new coming. Let's just ride this out. I'll keep you on the rope. This whole album, I'm going to talk about that interesting dynamic. Well, that's significantly more upbeat and fun. Hell yeah. Still got tones of that gentiness in there now. There we go. For most of the song, he's doing this, it seems like. A lot of mid-range, a lot of punkiness, and then the breakdowns come, and he just unleashes this fucking range that is just devastating. And I think it's cool that he restrains it for most of the song. Unless it's two different guys, but I don't think it is. His voice is very different as far as metalcore voices go. He's got some really good runs, though. Really liking that clean, like, that was really nice. It's a very unconventional voice. Like, it's not a voice that you just point out in a crowd and be like, that's a really great, amazing singer, you know? But it's got such great elements of it, especially in this kind of chilled out song, comparatively. Really went nice. I shouldn't say chilled out, I should say more upbeat. There was no punishing, butt crunching breakdown. That was for sure.
réveille un pincement au cœur. J'ai dû en rêver encore. On fera la guerre avec mes frères d'armes. Je vois la ligne d'arrivée, me questionne la fin ou le point de départ.
Did I fall onto the wrong album? Did something change? No. Okay. What the fuck? I mean, the interesting SoundCloudy trap piece here. Not really trap. It's got sounded like trap beats. Chilled out SoundCloud. Is that so, Mr. Sir? You don't say. Please tell me more. Now he's bringing back the same rhythm and run that he had during the trap beat, putting it to this more slowed down metal part. Okay. Goodness, that went up there. Holy shit. So what were they speaking? That was like German or French? It was very interesting. It's amazing how much of a different vibe this whole thing is carrying from the first couple songs. Ah, such a different breed of drop. I love it. Oh, they chugging. Oh, they galloping. Let's go. Very emotional. It's interesting. It's very melancholy, fed up kind of vibe. Even though every track has this like bounciness and catchiness to it. Now he's spitting. Okay. Everything just comes fast and hard, dude. There's just some severe intensity captured here. Oh no. Take mercy. Please. I'm just a young boy. Oh no. Okay. They did. It's crazy that how much fucking like deathcore worthy range this guy has without necessarily flexing it all the time. In fact, he barely flexes it at all. He just saves it for these super, super intense moments. That's a really nice fucking guitar tone too. I like that. Really like that.
To forget.
It's so interesting. He's got such an unorthodox voice, but he's got range. Like it's all there. He's got all the components. It's just such an interesting tone that he takes, and it sounds almost unnatural. Like it's kind of hard to place it. It's just really different. And I'll be honest. I'm a little back and forth on it. It's definitely not my favorite aspect of the album. I'm not hating it. I really like that guitar on the right channel there. That was really nice. Such a good tone. Like, there's a lot of really great tonality and different out-of-the-box sounds in this album, for sure. Wow, Jesus Christ, this is almost over. Well, poop. It's been a fun ride, though. That's moist. That's so moist. What's with core bands and water? Like the ocean? I don't know, but it just sucked me in. I'm dead. Oh dear. Oh, it's gonna get gross. Every song so far has had a definite sense of speed to it, which I really respect. You know, we put a lot of emphasis on heavy, you know, slow it down, get it chunky. But there's just some really great fast-paced riffs in this. You know, there's some great circle pit material for sure. Just realized it's been over a year since I've been in a circle pit. I want to cry now. Come on, Beartooth it, let's go. Last beats, Ote. The double kick, okay. I'm here for it. Came out of fucking absolutely nowhere, but I'm here. How are we gonna end that off? This album's been fucking all over the map so far. This is very, not what I was expecting. Very all over the place. I like it. Oh yeah, I do. I like it.
Lonely monster lying down. Can move my face, but my body's paralyzed.
Interesting vocal production. Some group vocals kind of mixed in. Very electronic influenced. Oh, you feel that. Oh, you feel that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's so good. Technically, this guy is really great. And that was Landmvrks Lost in the Waves. Let's talk about it. Interesting. That was a short one, actually. That was Landmvrks Lost in the Waves, and I quite liked that a bit. Or I like that quite a bit, I should say. I should also learn how to talk. I almost do this for a living. I want to, you know, do a thing. I liked it a lot. There's a couple aspects that I was maybe not totally hot on, but they were definitely in the minority for sure. Overall, very, very solid metalcore album. I should just put this out right now and say very, very solid. Not metalcore, post-hardcore. Yes, there's a difference, believe it or not. So there's a lot of experimentation in there. It's experimenting with genres that are very saturated and very popular, so it may not feel like experimentation as much, but it is experimentation. You know, you got your trappy bits. He's got the guy who's rapping over some guitar earlier. Some slowed down, more mellowed out moments, but all utilizing very popular modern pop and hip hop aspects. Those parts are like 2 for 2 for me, honestly. Some of it worked really well in my opinion. Some of it just took me out a little bit, especially the one that was preceded like directly by brutal smashing and then capped off by brutal smashing. It was just like, it was a little bit too much of a tonal jar for me. I realize that is a completely personal thing, and that's going to differ from everybody else. Most of my criticisms are going to be completely personal. The other thing is, it is a bit short. Like, it was over before I even thought about it, which is cool for pacing. Like, it really goes by quickly, but goddamn, that shit just pissed by. And I will say, though, for its credit, as far as like structure goes, there isn't like a whole fuckload of structure here. But that last song was a fucking great ending to the album, honestly. Like, that was a 10 out of 10 ending for sure. It had a nice slowed down, mellowed out, kind of bring you through the exit gate and then punch through, resisting the urge to go completely balls to the wall metal with it, and just went soaring vocals, high intensity, high impact, gorgeous exit. Very much a big fan of that. Now let's get to his vocals. The guy, like I said, technically very great, dude. He had an awesome range. He was very great at restraining himself for most of it. Okay, so you could really see that he could get those fucking nasty guttural lows and those high-pitched freakish shrieks, but he didn't do it very often. Alright, he really toned it down and used it when it would be fitting within the album, which is great, because most of the album utilizes a more punky mid-range scream, and I think that worked very well for those sections. Now, his clean singing is where I'm like hit or miss on him. There's some parts where I thought he did really well. And this is like I said, this is gonna be completely preference. Okay, there is no technicality. Technicality, he slayed it. For the sound that I like, it's a different voice for sure. I have a different voice, even just speaking. So I'm like no one to talk. I don't think having a different voice is objectively bad. There's no objectivity here. This is just for my taste. I didn't care for the singing voice as much, and there were parts where it did kind of take me out. But that's kind of few and far between, because I did think for a lot of it, it did work really well. And like I said, excellent range, hits the falsettos. He's just got a very different sound, and it might take a while to grow on me, maybe. There is that too. I only had 30 minutes for the album to really grow on me as far as the vocal performance went. So maybe upon re-listening to some of this stuff, I will like it more. Who knows? But that's kind of where it stands there. Guitar, killing it. MVP of the album for me, guitars. Slaying it. Absolutely just coming up with constant infectious riffs. And when it really broke down and got genty, he could handle that capably too. He covered a lot of different range, emotional range. He had a little bit more pop punky area on, I want to say it was the third song. He slowed it down to make really heavy, deep, nasty fucking genty riffs and breakdowns. Just really covered a lot of ground, and every time he kept it inventive and infectious. It definitely wasn't ripping any pages out of anybody's book, it didn't feel like. That being said, it was a short album, so I don't have a whole lot of material to go off of. I will say, like I said, that the intermission, I don't feel like added a whole lot to it. I feel like it could have been a little bit shorter than it already was, and just kind of condensed into intro for Overrated. Because I did like the lead in at the end, but I felt like the kind of entire segue of Waves wasn't. It didn't feel like it necessarily added a whole lot to it, especially because the album overall wasn't this really huge, proggy, emotion-laden thing, so just having a random interlude dropped in there was a little odd. Past that, though, all those little tiny nitpicks out of the way, still incredibly solid album, really, really fucking good album, and I was very pleasantly surprised by how unique it was. It definitely stands on its own amongst the pack, and that I can give credit where credit's due. And like I said, all the musicians are doing their jobs very well. Very, very well. Even though the guitarist stands out the most. And the scream vocals, again, also a pretty big standout. Great stuff there. So that's going to be all from me. If you like this album, please go buy it. Support Landmvrks. Buy their merch. All that good shit. This stuff that, we kind of expect fans to do. But sometimes they take it for granted. Who knows? Either way, I feel like the times nowadays should probably teach people to not take that for granted, because how many people got almost done in by this thing as far as the music industry goes. I'm done ranting. I'm fucking rambling now. If you like that, do that, blah, 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 blah. If you like this reaction, I have more coming, and I do have more content that is not necessarily reactions on the way. We're almost at 1K, and once we hit that 1K mark, I'm just going to fucking open up the can. We're going to go ballistic on this channel. So I hope you guys are here for that. And I hope you guys enjoy all of that. If you do enjoy all of this, you can join my Discord down below. We have a community. I try to be very active with it. There's a lot of music recommendations come in through there. And just overall talking about music. And if you are like a kind of person who likes more than just core music, you should really find a good home there. Because most of the people who hang out in the Discord are actually not really the metalcore family, so to speak. So it's interesting. I'm done rambling about that, though. One last little plug, and then I'll get out of your hair. Twitch streams every Friday at 3 o'clock. That is where people bring in music. I listen to it, and the best of those reactions ends up on YouTube as clips. So you can come check that out, and that would be pretty cool. Other than that, that's all from me, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and take care.